falling from the sky, the return of a forgotten Soviet probe. Something old is falling from the sky. It is not a star. It is not a meteor. It is something made by people, something launched over 50 years ago. Right now, a Soviet space probe, silent and almost forgotten, is slowly coming closer to Earth. It has been orbiting our planet since 1972. That is more than 5 decades. And very soon, it will re-enter the atmosphere. The world is watching to see what happens next. Let us go back in time for a moment to the year 1972. Back in 1972, space science was growing fast. The Soviet Union sent a probe into orbit around Earth. It was made to work in space and help with space research. Now, this probe has been going around Earth for more than 50 years. It is still in the sky, moving slowly, quietly, and getting weaker over time. A probe is a type of spacecraft. It usually does not carry people. It is sent into space to collect information or test systems. This Soviet probe was likely part of a series of experiments to improve technology and space tracking. Since then, the world has changed. Space programs have grown. New satellites are launched almost every day. But this old probe kept orbiting high above Earth like a ghost from another time. Now, its time is nearly up. Like many objects in space, this probe is slowly losing speed. Over time, gravity pulls it lower and lower. Eventually, it will hit the atmosphere, the layer of air that surrounds Earth. This process is called re-entry. When a spacecraft re-enters, it moves very fast. The air becomes hot. The heat can reach thousands of degrees. Most old satellites or probes burn up during re-entry. Only small pieces, if any, reach the ground. So, what will happen to the Soviet probe? Scientists believe it will likely burn up. But they're watching carefully. Even small space objects can be dangerous if they survive the fall. In the past, other spacecraft have re-entered the Earth's atmosphere. Some burned up completely. Others left parts behind. One famous case was Skylab, the American space station that re-entered in 1979. Some pieces landed in Western Australia. This shows that re-entry is not always predictable. Scientists use computer models and tracking tools to guess when and where a satellite might fall. But exact details often change, even in the final hours. This event also reminds us of a bigger issue, space debris. Space debris, also called space junk, includes old satellites, parts of rockets, and other broken machines in space. Today, thousands of these objects circle the Earth. Some are very small. Others are as large as a bus. Many are not working anymore, but they still move fast, sometimes faster than a bullet. Space agencies around the world now work to reduce space debris. They plan better orbits, give satellites ways to fall safely, or send them farther away after use. But older objects, like this Soviet probe, were launched before these ideas were common. So now we wait. Will this probe burn up, as expected? Or will we see it come down in pieces somewhere unexpected? Right now, no one knows for sure. But the story is not just about the danger. It is also about memory and time. This probe is a piece of space history. It was launched by people who believed in science, progress, and power. It flew above Earth during wars, peace, and revolutions. And it stayed there quiet, moving, lasting longer than anyone thought. As it returns to Earth, it reminds us of how far we have come. From the first rockets to international space stations. From silence to stories like this one that we can now tell. So, if you look up at the sky tonight, remember, not everything falling is a mystery. Some things fall to remind us of what we once sent into the dark and what finally comes back. If that orbiting mystery just pulled you in, go ahead. Tap that subscribe button like you're launching your own satellite. Give this episode a thumbs up if you learned something cool today. It helps us orbit closer to curious minds like yours. Got a thought, theory, or space dream? Drop it in the comments. No need to write a novel. Just start the conversation. And hey, share this with someone who still thinks Sputnik is a snack. Send it to your favorite space nerd. Post it in your group chat or beam it across your socials because space stories are better when they land on more ears. We have more stories like this coming your way. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and keep looking up. Thank you for joining us.